option that says join a workbook.
Thank you.
So everybody here, okay, even if you haven't created an account, you're going to use this one, join a workbook. Okay, once you click on join a workbook, this is what you get. Now you need to create it. Okay, you can do it with Facebook if you have Facebook. If not, just use any email that you have. Okay, 100% safe. I'm not going to steal your information. Okay, take a couple of minutes so you can join, please.
Teacher, I'm sorry, what are we doing? My
What are we
electricity
doing?
death.
Okay, don't worry about it. Open the link that I sent in right here on the chat. Do me a favor, Juanjo, if you can, open the link and share your screen, please.
Can you see?
There we go. We can see it. Okay, so, profile at the top right. Crear perfil.
Yeah.
It's going to ask you for an email and for you to come up with a password. Okay?
Okay. With Facebook.
First name, last name. If you want with Facebook, yeah.
Okay.
It could be easier.
Easier.
Just go ahead, give permissions. If you get any sensitive information or something, just stop sharing, okay? I guess it's just that. Okay, and then on the left, you're going to see one part that says my workbooks. On the menu, on the gray part, you're going to see one section that says my workbooks.
My workbook.
Below. Yep. Join a workbook below.
Join a workbook.
On the same, join a workbook. Okay, and it's going to ask you for an invitation code. Code that I'm going to share right here on the chat for you to copy and paste, okay, for everyone. So join a workbook, it asks for a code, okay, and let me just copy and paste. Okay. There, that is the code. Copy and paste. You have just joined.
Okay.
And that is your task.
Thank you.
Where it says new tasks, open it. Okay. Don't stop sharing, please.
Okay.
Open it, please.
In a story.
A story. Okay. Once you click on it, where it says you have the instructions, and you also have this part where it says write your text here.
Okay.
And down below, you have this part. Can you scroll it down just a bit? There.
Here?
Don't move it. Don't move it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. There. No, it's fine. Just leave it there. This part where it says 0 words entered. For this task, you should enter between 100 and 120 words. That is the amount of words that you need to write.
Okay.
Okay? We're going to do it individually. Use the information from your book, linkers, past simple, past perfect, and your text from your book said something about past continuous. Remember, you're probably going to have questions. It's fine. Okay? But the beautiful thing right here is when you start writing, okay, can you stop sharing right now, please, Juanjo?
Yes.
Thank you. Beautiful thing about this part is as soon as you start writing, okay, let me share my screen. As soon as you start writing, it's going to give you, okay, an idea. It's going to give you your level, okay. If I open it, write your text. I'm just going to paste something. It doesn't have to do with the story. As soon as I have this, it tells me 99 words enter. For this task, you should enter between 100 and 120. Okay? Classroom. As soon as I have the 100, the minimum, the color changes. And I can click on this part where it says check. Okay? Hasta que llego a las 100, ya me deja pasar. Okay? If I get more than what the teacher is asking for, it says 127 and it doesn't let me go. Pues ya me pasé. Pues hay que borrar. Okay? Okay. Then you click on check. And let the magic happen. Software is checking your writing and it's going to give you feedback. You see? Beautiful. This is your feedback on the right. Okay? It says, did you write about the question? Okay, yes. This is a good start. Improve your writing. You have a level right here. A1 is basic. You right now should be B1. Okay? You have A1, A2, and B1. Okay? These intermediate levels are supposed to be level B1. Okay? So if you check it once again, it gives you the level and it gives you feedback. Not perfect, but it's actually really good. Okay? And if you scroll it down, you even have this. It says your progress shows the CEFR level of your last 10 checks. ¿Qué es esto de CEFR? Bueno, es Common European Framework or Reference. Bueno, no se compliquen, no tienen por qué saberlo, pero es finalmente cómo se miden sus niveles. ¿Ok? Para el mundo del inglés. You should be right here. B1. If you check it once again, A1, A1, A2. Todos estos son los niveles básicos. Ustedes ya deben de estar aquí. B1. Okay? And that is how you're going to write, okay, the task for Unit 12. Right here. Write and improve. When you are finished, I'm going to need a screenshot. Screenshot showing what? The entire thing. Okay? If you put it like this, I need 3 things. Number 1, I need your story. Number 2, I need feedback. And finally, I need this one right here. Okay? Don't start writing now. We're going to do it after recess because it's already, I don't know what time is it. It should be like 15 minutes to 11. I want to make sure that everybody is able to use this tool.
The teacher, I understand everything. Just I have a question. The story is about what?
Story is, let me go back to the instructions in a bit, but you are able to type. You're able to work with the platform, yes?
Okay, yes.
Okay, great. Give me 1 minute then. Let me just make sure that everybody is able to, and I'll explain what you have to do. Okay? Anybody's having trouble joining this? This is the time to ask. No se vale que al rato que ya tengan que entregar. Es que yo nunca entendí qué había que hacer. Okay. So, let's see. How many members do I have right here? Vamos a ver si es cierto. Me están dando el avión.
Teacher, is this a writing test?
No, no, no. This is the practice.
Ah, okay.
This is the practice. Okay. And if you look at this from the benefit point of view, this is something that you can do, that you can use on your own. So you practice your writing without Jorge. Jorge doesn't need to be there, and it can give you, it can give you a really good outline of your English writing level. Okay. I have some of you, yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23. Tengo como 5 personas que no lo han hecho. Okay, so if you've got questions, this is the time to ask. Once again, we're going to start working with this writing piece after the recess. Okay? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. When we come back, okay, at 11:16, okay, when we come back, I will give you the instructions once again on what your story is going to be about. Okay? Okay. One last time.
Teacher.
If anybody's got questions, this is the time to ask. No me pregunten cuando ya me vaya al receso, porque también es mi receso, no nada más es de ustedes. Okay? Once again, questions. Anybody hasn't been able to join? Okay, so 10:46, half an hour. We are coming back here. This is 14, 16, 11, let's say 11:20. Okay?
11 what? Sorry, I didn't
20.
listen. 20. Thank you.
20 minutes after 11.
Okay, teacher.
Session is going to remain here. If you want to leave, perfect. If you want to stay, good. Okay? I'll see you in a bit. Enjoy.
Thanks, teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
See you.
Teacher. Hace un mes compré esta lámpara atrapamosquitos en Mercado Libre.
Decidí hacerle un Funko personalizado a mi novio de regalo de Navidad. Resultado mal. Decidí... Hola, Vicky. ¿Empezarás?
Welcome back, all of you. So as we were saying before we left for the break, we are going to start with the writing part of this unit. You have your tool, which in this case is write and improve. You're going to see a task in classroom, okay? That says unit 12 writing. That is where you're going to upload your work from the platform, okay? Now remember, we need basically 3 things to show on the screenshots, okay? Your writing piece. I need the feedback received from the platform and the level. Okay, so what is this writing going to be about? It's a story. Okay, let me share my screen. And I'm going to take the second screenshot of the day. So, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Okay. And what is the writing going to be about? It's a story. Okay. Facts, narrative tenses. Past simple, past continuous, and past perfect are considered to be narrative tenses. Okay. What are you going to do? What it says right here. Alex, can you help us out with the instructions for A that I'm showing on the screen?
Yes, teacher. Work in small groups. Take a sheet of paper. Choose one of these sentences to begin your story and write it at the top.
Okay, thank you. The only that's it. Thank you, Alex. The only thing that we're not going to consider here is where it says take a sheet of paper because you're going to use your platform. Write and improve. Okay, you are going to work in small groups. Okay, you have two options. Okay, one of them is you write the same piece. You write the same story. Okay. The other option is you write it individually and just ask for feedback. Okay? As you wish, but you need to decide with your team. Okay? Now, these that I'm showing, these three, are the starting points of your story. Starting points. Okay? They cannot be in the end, they cannot be in the middle. You need to begin your story with either one of these three, or after the party, or Ricardo, or Anton. And then you start developing your story. Okay. Things that we need to consider, okay, use of narrative tenses and the use of linkers. Okay. A few years ago, after a while, suddenly, all of those that we checked, okay, before the break. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. As I said, you are going to see the task in Classroom in a bit. I don't know if anybody's got any questions on what to do. Oh, and we're going to take the 20 to 25 minutes for this. Okay. So let me just pause the task so you can see it in Classroom. There you go. Can you confirm that you can see the task? It says Unit 12 writing.
I have the task.
Thank you for confirming, Fernando. Okay. This is due, we said 25 minutes, so this is due 11:55. There we go. We'll split you up in different breakout. Tell me, Jorge.
Teacher, I have a question. So the task is on the platform. I saw it. This is a task that we need to write on the platform.
And the one from the book is the same.
Okay, and I took a screenshot of the platform and I upload here. Thank you.
Yes, please. Good. You probably need at least 2 screenshots, one with your text and another one showing the feedback and the graph. So probably 2. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Anytime. Okay. So I'm going to split you up in different breakout rooms, as we said. You may choose to write only one story or do it individually, okay, and just help each other. In what way? Can you check it? Okay, give feedback. So do me a favor and join.
Hi.
Hi, hi.
Okay. The writing is between the us, we, or how do you say?
Yes, the writing is on team. Do you want to choose an option individually or the same text oral?
After
I don't
party, what is the meaning of placed? In the first one, after the party, Amanda feel very placid. I don't know what is it?
I don't know.
Blessed.
Placid. ¿Qué? ¿Colocado?
Satisfecho o contento. Very pleased.
Okay, sí. Thanks. I think in the third option we can talk more. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, the third sentence is good.
Okay. Do you want that I show my screen?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So the option is we can read the same text or the same story.
Yes, we have talked about the semi story.
Well,
Okay, about
I can share my screen.
I can too. Let me. I think the teacher.
Well,
It's coming. Yeah. Do you want that I share my screen or do you want to do it, Roman?
if you want, you.
Okay. Let me check. Acá, acá, acá. Okay. Let's begin. So, everybody want the third option?
Yep, the third option, and let's put it on in the top.
Okay. Let's start. How can we start? Do you want to talk about an accident? I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Probably an accident or a crash automobilistic car.
Mm-hmm.
Probably that's it.
Okay. We have to use past simple, past perfect, past continue in liners.
Linkers.
Linkers, yep. Linkers.
Well,
Linkers. Okay.
the first sentence, bueno, the first paragraph is he had driven in the highway.
Because, no?
Well, because he had driven in the highway.
Driven. What did you say?
Highway.
¿Así?
Silatem.
What is that?
Carretera.
Ok.
Pero hay que separarlo del párrafo. Bueno, es que dice que tiene que ir por párrafos para que sea más entendible. Entonces, ponle un párrafo en because.
¿Sí?
Bueno, también baja el because. El because también. Listo.
I think we can use past continuous here because he was driving. ¿Estaba manejando?
Él había manejado en la carretera, pero creo que sí, es mejor el past perfect. He was driving.
Driving, ¿no?
Driving, yeah.
Okay, because he was driving.
Faltó el he.
Sí, no sé por qué.
Y creo que también tenemos que poner mayúsculas, el uppercase and because, porque es otro párrafo.
¿También pasa con párrafos, en serio?
Ajá.
Oh.
Because he was driving in the highway. Bueno, creo que todavía seguimos el mismo párrafo.
When suddenly, repentinamente.
Ajá. When suddenly.
No sé, bueno, yo digo que no sería mejor que dijera hace una semana o hace unos días.
Sí, pero
entonces encontraba manejando y de repente ocurrió algo, no sé, y así.
Podemos poner a few weeks ago, puede ser.
A few.
Bueno, creo que sería mejor quitar el because y ponerles ahí el time linkers.
¿Y cómo? ¿Qué quieren que ponga? Anton Field.
Maybe week the last week or maybe the last weekend.
Okay. Yeah.
El último fin de semana, ¿no?
The last weekend.
Ajá. Anton.
Coma.
Ajá.
¿Ahí?
Was invited for the party.
In this part is when suddenly, ¿no?
When suddenly, yes. Tenemos 15 palabras.
Ok, entonces when suddenly. When suddenly, coma.
¿Coma?
Ajá. A car had a stroke.
¿Qué quiere decir?
Era de que un carro había aparecido.
A car
sí, had, ¿no? Had.
Es que no me acuerdo si es stroke o appeared. Appeared.
Así, ¿no?
Yeah.
In front of.
In front of him.
In front of him.
Punto y aparte.
Here, ¿no tenemos que poner como que una introducción? ¿O tenemos el tema?
Yo lo que les comentaba, había que ponerle así como que...
Introducción, ¿no?
De algo de manera general lo que había pasado. O por qué sucedió ese acontecimiento. Ya lo que estamos escribiendo ya sería el detalle de cómo pasó, ¿no?
Sí, cierto. Entonces podemos decir que Anthony felt lucky to be alive when he woke up. ¿Cómo se dice? De un coma, por así decirlo.
Maybe.
Anthony feel lucky to be alive
when he woke up from a coma.
Wake. Wake.
Woke up.
From coma? From
From a coma. In this case, in wake, the tense correct is walk, no wake.
Wake.
Walk.
Walk.
I'm sorry.
Woke up from coma.
Here, I think it's not necessary there.
Well,
Last weekend.
Last weekend.
Last weekend he was driving in the highway when suddenly a car had appeared in front of him.
¿Estoy mal aquí?
No, sí, está bien.
Ok.
Front of him.
Permítame. ¿Ya ven mejor?
Yes, thank you.
Ok, ya.
Okay, next.
Last weekend. The car crash.
The car crash.
¿Cómo se puede decir? Los carros chocaron. Él no pudo frenar. Es como que he couldn't stop the car.
He couldn't stop.
He couldn't stop the car.
In this case, stop. We turn into brake.
¿Cómo?
Brake es como decir que frenó, el conductor frenó, pero no se dice stop, sino se dice brake.
¿Cómo se letra?
Es como break, pero en vez de la E se le quita.
Brake.
Ya se le break. Y la E va ahí. Brake. No, ahí no. Al final.
No te entiendo.
Quítale la E de ahí y pónsela después de la K.
Brake.
Exacto.
Okay, sorry. He couldn't brake the car.
Yep. And then the car's collision. The car's
crash, ¿no?
Crashing.
He couldn't brake the car. And
them, ¿no?
The cars, it might be crashed or collided. In this case, and then, comma, the cars
crashed, ¿no? Crashed.
Crashed.
Pero yo diría que le quitaras cars. Y después de crashed le pusieras it, ¿no? Chocó.
They crashed, ¿no?
They crashed.
They crashed.
Entonces, and they, pero sin la coma, ¿no? He couldn't brake the car and then they crashed.
In this case, is past.
Simple.
Simple.
¿Es simple?
Yes.
Crashed. Aquí toda esta oración es past simple.
Well.
¿Así está bien?
Yep. Entonces, después otro párrafo.
Sería a minute later.
Okay.
A minute later.
Había.
Podemos
decir había perdido la conciencia o algo así, pero nos hemos pasado.
Wake up in the hospital.
No, primero, bueno, ya sería irnos más para allá, ¿no?
Sí.
Ya sería como más después. Sería un minuto más tarde, había, no sé, personas ayudando o qué sé yo, o llegó la ambulancia, no sé.
Or he was in the hospital, maybe.
Habían llegado personas, no sé.
Había llegado la ambulancia o algo así.
Ok.
¿Es correcta? Had arrived.
The ambulance. Ajá.
Ambulance. ¿Con C o con S?
Así. Así como estaba.
Ok.
Creo que sí.
A minute later had arrived the ambulance.
Para ayudarlo, ¿no? Sería for help
To
him.
help them, ¿no?
Sí, porque eran dos autos,
Ajá.
es cierto. Ok.
Ok, ya tenemos eso. Podemos usar más de estos. Suddenly
Ajá.
y a minute later es son esos, ¿no?
Ajá.
Ok. ¿Qué otro podemos usar?
Ujú.
And example, the following day.
Pero bueno, ahí llegó para ayudarlos, pero Anton había perdido la conciencia, ¿cómo se puede decir? Había quedado inconsciente. Sin despertar, ¿no?
He was inconscious.
A minute later was arrived the ambulance to help them. But, ¿cómo? Anton?
Ajá.
He had been rendered. No, he had
lost the conciencia, concision, I don't know.
O perdido la conciencia también puede ser.
Ajá.
Pero
Had been.
He had lost.
¿Had o has?
No.
Yeah, he had lost consciousness. Consciousness.
Ajá.
But no, is only conscious.
¿Y me pueden corregir aquí?
Conscious. No,
no, a ver, es C O N S C I O U O O. Ajá. U S N ajá. N I S S.
Consciousness.
Okay.
A minute later.
Bueno, había perdido la conciencia.
And the next paragraph is the following day.
Last point.
The last. The following day.
Maybe now he was in the hospital.
Yeah, he was in the hospital, or he woke up in the hospital. But it's más precious, he was in the hospital. He was.
Ahí tengo duda. In o at.
At. He was at the hospital. And in the between they and he goes comma. Yeah.
Following.
¿Está correcto esto?
Only G.
Following.
Sí.
Yes.
He was at the hospital. What more?
He has broken bones.
No. Let me see.
Anton felt lucky to be alive when he woke up. Yo no puedo ver el tiempo. Si aparece, avisan, please.
11:48, entonces nos faltan como 7 minutos.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, maybe it could be body's condition hadn't improved.
Teacher, what do you want to say here?
Not necessarily used as a verb. I mean brakes as in the brakes of the car. But if you want to use brake, it will be more like he couldn't
stop,
put the brakes or step on the brakes, or couldn't stop.
Couldn't stop, okay. Thanks.
Thanks, teacher.
He couldn't stop the car
Okay.
Sunday first. A minute later has arrived the ambulance to help us, but Anton has lost consciousness. The following day he was at the hospital.
I think this condition
But
hadn't improved. Pero su condición o su estado no estaba mejor.
But in condition?
But he didn't remember anything, and his condition.
Him.
His
okay.
Condition.
His or him?
His because he's man.
Okay. Yeah.
His condition.
Hadn't or had not. Hadn't, no?
Hadn't.
Hadn't
improved.
¿Es correcto?
Improved. Without meant, yes. Add the. No. The.
Improved.
Without the.
Improved?
Yes.
What is the meaning of that?
No, mejorar o mejorado.
Ah, ok.
Improve, mejorar.
Okay,
Improve,
sí.
mejorado.
Okay, sí.
Maybe it could be about an hour later. Aproximadamente una hora después.
Yeah.
Maybe the doctor say or told he don't have possibilities of life.
A doctor was telling, oh no, the doctor.
No hemos ocupado pasado simple. No, digo pasado perfecto.
Sí, he was dreaming. He was dreaming.
¿Cuál es el pasado perfecto?
In this case, it's present perfect, ¿no? No, present.
Present perfect, yes, perdón.
Yeah, present perfect. The doctor was telling that he hadn't possibilities to be alive. Doctor, that he hadn't. No, yeah, he hadn't possibilities. He hadn't.
¿Estaba bien?
He hadn't.
Ay, ¿qué pasó?
He hadn't possibilities to be alive.
¿Sí?
Because he lost a lot of blood. It's correct. In the next paragraph, and finally, finally, he woke up. Finally, he woke up.
Woke, ¿no?
Woke.
Woke up.
He woke up.
Maybe podría decir, finalmente él despertó y supo o se enteró que varios de sus amigos habían donado sangre, no sé.
And he released what many of friends, a lot of friends had donated blood for him.
Have donated, okay.
And
finally,
he released.
¿Otra vez?
Well, in this point, comma. Finally, comma. No, finally.
Sí.
Well, he woke up, quita esa coma, and he released, o se enteró.
Mejor vamos a poner el nombre Anton.
And Anton woke up and he released.
¿Así?
Creo que es con Z. Creo. A ver, deja chico. Sí, es con ese. Sí, está bien.
And he released. Es como se dio cuenta o notó.
Ajá.
Ok. Woke up.
No, sí es con Z. Released.
¿Así?
Ajá. And he released that
His
friends.
His friends, sí.
His friends.
Friends.
Have.
Donate.
Had en pasado.
Had.
Donate.
Without E.
Perdón, se me van las letras.
Donated blood for him. Yeah, it's all.
So,
maybe it could be later that week. Una semana más tarde, tal vez. Or after a while.
Well, after a while.
He cried of felicity.
They made a party, a welcome party. They made a welcome party.
They, ¿no?
Ajá.
They made a welcome
party for Anton.
Anton.
Y listo, creo que listo.
It's all, ¿no?
And after a while, I comment. And after a while, they.
Ok.
Listo.
Aunque vamos a leerlo otra vez. Me dicen cuando lo baje.
Anton feel lucky to be alive. We woke up from a coma. This weekend, he was driving in the highway when suddenly a car had appeared in front of him. He couldn't stop the car, and then they crashed. A minute later, had arrived the ambulance to help them, but Anton had lost consciousness. Following day, he was at the hospital, but his condition had improved. An hour later, a doctor was telling that he had possibilities to be alive because he lost a lot of blood. Finally, scroll down, please. Okay, the following day, he was in the hospital, but his conditions had improved. An hour later, a doctor was telling that he hadn't possibilities to be alive because he lost a lot of blood. Finally, Anton woke up and he realized that his friends had donated blood for him. After a while, they made a welcome party for Anton. Yeah, that's all right.
Yes.
Finally.
¿Lo vamos a copiar también nosotros?
Sí, se los mando.
Sí, por
se los mando. Finally, Anton. Creo que es... Jala.
Ok.
Oh, tío,
¿Se van a quedar así los párrafos o se van a arreglar?
¿Cuáles párrafos? Es que no estoy seguro.
¿Qué son?
O sea, ¿quieres ponerlos en una sola?
No. Como...
Bueno, yo voy a separar los párrafos y voy a ver qué tal, si quieren hacer, o bueno, también si quieren separarlos.
Pues lo corregimos todos si quieren de una vez y ya se los mando con los espacios.
Vale, bueno, la primera separación es entre, la primera, en Anton y Feel Lucky. Esa es la primera separación.
Así.
Después, He couldn't stop. Ahí es la siguiente separación.
¿Así?
No, an a minute, perdón.
Ajá.
Después.
I am agree.
And finally.
Finally, Antonio called.
Y ya.
After a while, they made a welcome party for Anton. Yes, it's all. ¿Se lo mando así?
Sí. Bueno, se tiene que tomar captura y ya después
Espérenme.
pones el check.
Ya está con todo espacios. Sí.
A ver, ahora check.
Let me check.
No.
Ay,
No.
Really? No lo creo.
In this case, level B1
No.
is correct.
Si estamos en B1.
Level B1. Yeah.
Ah,
level
ok,
B1.
sí. Sí, B1.
Oye, está bien.
Go. ¿Por qué está mal?
In the spelling, is this spelling correct? Es que aquí
no, nos falta una L.
te faltó la L.
Oh,
He couldn't. En la siguiente es was telling that. Aquí, en este separación de edad, creo que no iba. Y en la siguiente, after a while, they made. Ellos hicieron, creo que ahí era they made it. O ellos lo hicieron. Ahí no tengo idea de qué pasó.
Vamos a ver, no.
Make. Made, creo que es make. En pasado.
Pero el pasado de make es made, ¿no?
Sí es cierto. Es al revés.
Porque ahí diría, después de un tiempo, ellos hicieron una fiesta de bienvenida para Anton.
¿Quieren que corrija esa parte de la L? Esa sí fue por mí. ¿Y le vuelvo a checar? Porque ahí sí se me fue.
Mira, por
60 segundos.
Déjenme. Tómale mientras.
Ya.
Ya, a ver, le bajo. Tómenle aquí.
Ay.
Sí. Sí, me dicen si le puedo subir.
Sí, por favor, porque no.
No te preocupes.
Ahí está.
No, ya no da tiempo de corregir. No, pues ya sí. Si no, no se los voy a poner. Y sorry.
No te
No, don't worry.
Thank you.
See you guys. Thank you.
How did it go?
Ready.
Great.
Well, at least 8 people. I've turned this in. I'm still missing 29. And I don't know why on earth I have two Google Docs. I mean, one person included a Word document with the images. That's good because I have the images. But I was asking for the writing as an image, not on not on a Google document. Okay, so
teacher, I can add an image, so I
no, in your case it's
paste
fine
the image.
because I have the images.
Okay.
I have the images on the document, no problem. But I'm talking about two documents with the writing itself. You know, people who actually wrote it on the Google Docs. Okay, stick to the instructions. Okay, there is a purpose on the instructions. Why? Cannot give you feedback with a Google document. I need the image, I need proof, and I need the level. That's why I'm asking for those 3 images. Okay, so there's a lesson to be learned here. Stick to the instructions. Okay, if you wish to have some sort of feedback, how was it? How easy or difficult was to follow the feedback from the web page?
I don't understand very well the feedback.
Okay. Do you have it on the screen? Or
Yes, teacher, if you want.
if you have it on the screen, it will be easier if you can share it, please.
I have it here. I think I have mistakes here in the letters. I miss letters. For example, here the letter N, I lost it. But we have here, how do you say, remarcado, underline?
Highlighted, one time,
Eyeliner,
one time by the time.
It's because
Okay.
all these highlights are incorrect, or there is a mistake here.
There's something that you can improve. It's not necessarily that everything is incorrect.
Okay. I need to
Can you
improve.
place your can you place it right here on the first one, on the blue one? Click on it. What does it say?
Is the spelling correct? Okay.
Okay, the spelling there, but if you check it one time by the time, it's probably marking this because it's kind of repetitive. One time by the time.
That's correct.
Okay, so maybe it's that part. Okay. So whenever something is highlighted, it's similar to what I write when it says needs edition. Is the idea is there. The idea is there. You just need to check, okay? And it's probably not recognizing Villa del Carbón. But that is fine because it's a proper name in Spanish. It's probably also dealing with that part, okay? As I said, it's software. It's not perfect, okay? From my context, I understand that you're talking about a proper name in Spanish.
Yes.
The software is not.
Yes,
So that's probably one of the mistakes that is marking, understanding as a mistake.
Okay, teacher.
There are words that it's not recognizing. Okay, but just check the other ones, and it's probably the same thing. And sometimes when you have most of the text highlighted, it's because you need paragraphs. So you can tell the software, okay, this is the first idea, this is the second idea, this is the third idea. And it doesn't look like just one big, ginormous paragraph and only one idea. So you could probably check into those three things. Paragraphing, okay? Put aside the fact that you're using Spanish, it's not incorrect, but the software is not recognizing it. Okay, and the blue circles that you have, that's it. What was the level, Raul?
I'm in the A1 and A2. I need to improve a lot.
Maybe check that part. Okay, check those suggestions. Paragraphing, okay, and the typos. For example, with when.
Okay.
You know what you need to change. So just try to change it. Okay, try to change those, and let's see if you can actually improve. That is the purpose. You can check it as many times as you need.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, if you still want to do it, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm also going to be checking your images. Okay, the images that you uploaded to Classroom. Tell me, who was it, Elian? Tell me.
What means some part of the text is highlighted and the other part not? And like,
okay, it says Anton felt lucky in your case. It says so during the camp. There are probably a couple of things that you need to change, not just one. For example, after so, you probably need a punctuation. So during the camp, he met many people, including Alex and Sandy, who helped. That help probably needs to be past. Who helped?
Okay.
The two is an extra word. Who helped prepare the tent? House is an extra word. Tent is, tienda de campaña already, so you don't need the house afterwards. Okay. So, many activities, camp activities like fishing, lighting a campfire, and making some marshmallows. Okay. I will probably insert a comma after marshmallows or write it in a different paragraph. This is something similar to what I was telling Raul. It's easier to read if you have different paragraphs. So I will probably insert either punctuation, either a period after marshmallow, or start a new paragraph. Either way. I'm going to put it on the screen so the rest can actually see what we are talking about and they are not just imagining this, if you don't mind, Elian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I was saying, it was this one. We can probably part it here when the night we're sleeping, comma, or we're sleeping suddenly, comma. Once we were sleeping, they were sleeping when suddenly they heard, or were sleeping, comma, suddenly they heard a sound. You need to divide it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The wood while a mist approaching, while a mist, how does it say? While a mist approaching. Okay. While a mist was approaching or approached. Because ing, you need verb to be because it's past continuous.
Okay.
With a hockey mask and a machete. Skip around away from the camp and never come back or came back. ¿Nunca regresaron o nunca regresan?
Regresaron. Era que.
So past, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Check them. Okay. Now, this is what we're going to do right now. Once again, if you have parts that are highlighted, like complete paragraphs, okay, 2 or 3 lines, it's probably because you need to change more than one part, okay. So what we're going to do right now is try to use that feedback, okay. You're not going with the same people, you're going with different people. The idea is that you share, and you try to solve how can you take your writing to the next level. We're going to take no more than 8 minutes in this. Try to come up with suggestions for them. Remember, this is about useful feedback, okay? Not destroying the work of your classmates. Okay, so let's recreate. There we go. Put it on the screen and let's see what your teammates have to say. Okay, do me a favor and join.
Hi.
What did you do? Sorry?
I don't know. We have to do.
I don't understand.
I was on Facebook. I didn't put attention.
I have a breakfast.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't understand what to do.
Christopher, do you know what we have to do?
I think this is a no.
Déjame preguntar en el grupo.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I understood that we had to check our feedbacks.
Our feedbacks?
I think.
Well, who want to start?
Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Creo que nadie entendió qué tienes que hacer.
No.
A ver, this is my text. Can you see?
Yes.
Me dicen cuando le baje.
Okay.
¿Ya le bajó?
No, wait.
Oigan, una preguntita, fuera de lo que estamos haciendo ahorita de la actividad, ¿esa paginita para qué es? ¿Qué?
¿Esta página?
Sí.
Ah, pues mira, aquí ponemos nuestro escrito y aquí nos da una retroalimentación de cuáles no son nuestros errores. Por ejemplo, aquí dice me fue mi dislexia y me faltó una L. Y aquí dice, por ejemplo, que si es la palabra correcta, ya que me está agregando la L. O por ejemplo, aquí me está diciendo que esta palabra no es correcta, o que creo que esto no va. Did you forget something before this word? Es como una retroalimentación, como un profe, pero...
Ok.
Y ya aquí nada más te muestra el nivel en el que estamos. Pues ya nos menciona B1, ¿no?
Vale.
A ver,
En
muestren las
línea.
suyas.
En virtual.
A ver, les dejo de compartir.
Ok. Vale. ¿Mira?
¿Cómo?
Sinceramente no tengo la compu a la mano, nada más ando desde mi cel porque ando en la calle, tuve que venir a hacer unas cosas, pero nada más estaba esperando precisamente el writing,
Ok.
pero creo que todavía vamos a tardar un poquitín.
Sí. ¿Tú, Alondra, lo
Ok.
tienes a la mano?
¿Cuál?
Que si Alondra tiene a la mano el writing que hizo.
Yes. Wait.
Can you show us?
Yes. Wait. I don't know. What do I do?
A lot of servers, eh?
Yes.
I only use Discord to do homework.
I use for homework, for play, for many things. It's very easy for use.
I don't play in PC, so I use my Xbox channel.
Oh, I don't have Xbox. I think this is.
Okay.
You can see?
Yes.
No?
Yes. ¿Lo enviaste en un Google?
Wait. It's complicated. This.
Oh, ok.
Yes, okay.
A ver. Ricardo found his seat. está mal.
Maybe for this part, I don't know.
Dice que
I think it's well, need a point and capital letter here. I don't know.
el error está en tú. He arrived to Acapulco y he told to his wife. It's correct, I think. At?
It's
He arrived
better.
at Acapulco. No. It's two. ¿O no?
I don't know. Wait.
Confused?
Yes.
I think it's good. It's correct. Yes, it's true. Ay. ¿La clase terminará a las 2?
Sí.
Maybe.
Ay, esperemos todo. Tengo hambrecita.
¿No desayunaste? No, sí es at.
¿Por qué?
When say that we arrive at a place, when we see it as a point, but we are having a literature. Yes, it's at. No tú.
The first one, probably. He arrived at Acapulco, but the second, he told to his wife.
It's not necessary. He told his wife. Ajá. En español tú usas él le dijo a tal persona.
Ajá.
Pero en inglés en algunas partes se suele omitir el a. So sí está bien decir he told his wife.
He told his wife.
Ajá.
Oh.
No es necesario el a. Eso sí lo he visto en varias ocasiones.
Ay.
El de arrive at Acapulco no lo había visto.
Yo tampoco. Pero yo creo que eso con el tiempo, ¿no? Porque son cosas que no se aprenden de un día a otro. Con la pura práctica sale eso.
Sí, porque por ejemplo también en su escrito pusieron bueno, la avenida, ¿no? Pero en sí tú no necesitas poner la avenida, tú nada más pones bueno, manejo en la avenida, sin el B.
Ok.
Eso sí también lo he visto. Por eso sí.
Ah, caray. No, pues,
cositas especiales del inglés que aprende uno.
ya me quiero rendir.
Me too.
Bueno. See you guys.
See you.
No.
So, don't fall asleep. We're about to enjoy some good music here. Did you get any useful feedback from your classmates? Were you able to improve your writing?
Yes.
Is that for real or is that just...
La gráfica dice otra cosa. The graphic says something else.
Okay. How many times have you checked it, Ellen?
One more time.
And did you get the same result?
No, I get a better result.
A better result?
Ajá.
Okay, can you share, please?
Yes.
Can you share it if you have it on the screen?
Just a second. Ahí está.
Mhm.
No le cambiamos mucho. We didn't change too much. Híjoles. Pero
Okay.
lo subimos.
But it is progress. It is progress. That is the purpose. That's why the name of the page is Write and Improve. Okay. So if you're willing to take it to the next level, you can probably do it afterwards if you wish. Okay, and you'll see that you can even probably get to the next level. Okay. Thank you for trying, Elian. I don't know if anybody else wants to share, or shall we start with the next part? Okay. If you have the time, if you're up for it, as I said, you don't really need me, okay, in the workbook in Write and Improve, so you can use it. Okay? You can use it on your own. Check any topics that you have right there from the catalog and just start writing. Okay. Now, what was the label? Do you remember those labels on CDs that said parental advisory or no? Music, CDs, parental advisory, explicit content. Yes or no? Okay, if you're laughing, yeah. If you're smiling, it's because you bought CDs a couple of years ago. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, you're probably about 20 years old. Okay, so we're going to check. This is what I mean. I don't know if you this one. And Snoop Dogg, because Snoop Dogg is, hype once again because of the Super Bowl. Okay, so this, why am I showing you this? I'm going to share a link to an activity so we can practice a little bit more on narrative tenses, past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. Why am I showing you this? There is going to be a video and there are going to be a couple of strong words. Nothing that you're going to find well, I don't think that you will find offensive. Okay, but a couple of the F word in English. Okay, it's part of a comedian's routine. It is intended to mock himself, not anybody else. So hopefully you don't find it offensive. Okay. So link on the chat. It's ginormous. Just click on it. Okay. You have a time limit. Okay. Once you open the link, you're going to see. Let me put it on the screen. You're going to see this. You have a time limit. There is an introduction here about who this person is. Okay. We're going to revise, as I said, past simple, continuous, and perfect. Okay. And watch the video right here. Okay. He's singing and playing the piano. Okay. Let's see if you can get them all. All of the answers are from the video. Try to enjoy. You have quite good vocabulary there as well. So it lasts for about 6 minutes. Okay. So open the link. Okay. If anybody cannot, this is the time to ask. If you can, open it, start watching. Okay. And complete the exercise. Okay. As soon as you finish with the exercise, there is a button that says finish or terminado, depending on the settings of your browser. Click right there and you're going to see the correct answers. So let's get to work. And if anybody wants to leave the audio of the session so you don't get distracted in case anybody asks or says something, you can do it. Okay. If you don't know how to do it, there's the microphone. Okay, there's the microphone icon, and then if you click on the arrow next to it, it says leave computer audio. So you can watch it on your own. Nobody disturbs you, but you don't leave the session. Okay? Okay.
This is a song about the music industry trying to get famous and having no depth. This is a song about the music industry trying to get famous and having no depth. He doesn't have a problem with drugs, he just doesn't do them. He's fine that his mates have tattoos, but he reckons they'll rue them. He likes going to pubs, but he hates it when the music's too loud. He tends not to go to rock concerts cause he can't stand the crowds. But all he's ever wanted to be is a rock star on Rage or MTV. But he knows that it's not fucking likely. He just turned 30. He knows that he will always be a rock and roll nerd. He'll keep writing songs the world will never hear, and though they won't be heard, he'll just keep writing. Oh yeah, but you see the problem is, he always dreamt of being a star, but he learned piano instead of guitar, which in the 90s didn't get you very far. So while the other kids were learning Stairway, he was the piano to their forte. But he was convinced one day he'd rock their fucking asses and be an icon for the disenfranchised masses, and grow his hair long and rebel against the state. But just for now that'd have to wait, cause he's running late for his morning classes, and he will always be a rock and roll nerd. He'll keep playing gigs that no one knows about, and though it sounds absurd, he'll just keep playing. Oh yeah, but you see the problem is, there's not much depth in what he's singing. He's a victim of his upper middle class upbringing, so he can't write about the hood or bling bling. So he sits and imagines his girlfriend is dead, to try and evoke some angst in his middle class head. But the bitch is always fine at 9:30 when he go to bed. And he's not spent a single night in prison. He has no issues with nutrition. He has no drinking problem and no drug addiction, unless you count the drugs they put in chicken. And marijuana always tends to make him cough. He doesn't look good with his t-shirt off, but when he tries to act tough, you can tell he's tricking. While his mates will go out late, popping pills and having fun, he goes home and showers and gets a good 8 hours. He gets his thrills from his morning run, while his mates will go on dates, taking speed and drinking cans of Jim Beam. He stays home and cooks, curls up with a book with a girl he's had since he was 17, cause he's never really been part of the scene. While the other kids like Gunners, he like Queen. He's more into Beatles than the Stones. He's more Stevie Wonder than Ramones, and he's never owned a panel van. He never shot a Pantera fan. He doesn't know the difference between metal and thrash. He couldn't tell you nothing about Axl and Slash. He likes Band Falls and the Jackson 5. He knows all the words to Staying Alive. And though he wants to be all grungy and cool, he spent 11 years at a private school. So it don't matter how he tries, he cannot hide behind his rock and roll lies. Cause you've either got it or you don't. Yeah, you'll either rock it or you won't. Yeah, you've either got it or you don't. Yeah, you'll either rock it or you won't. He knows that his music lacks depth, but it just can't be helped. He has nothing interesting to say, so he writes about himself. But he doesn't want to seem self-obsessed, so he writes in third person. In an attempt to seem more rock and roll, but he suspects it's not working. And deep in his heart he knows he will never be Bono or Bowie. And even if he was quite pretty, with small pants like Kylie, he knows that he will always be a rock and roll nerd. He'll keep writing songs the world don't care about, and though it sounds absurd, he'll just keep writing. Oh yeah, 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 you can criticize him, but he won't care, cause he wants to rock, and he will never be deterred. But he'll always be a fucked up little try-hard wannabe rock and roll nerd. A rock and roll nerd.
I have problem, teacher. I have 4 to 10 for correct words.
4 out of 10. Okay. But you can see the right answers. Yes.
Only 4 correct answers.
No, but I mean, you can see what are the answers on the other questions, right? In the correct ones.
I can see. No, putting in green the correct and red in the but or the wrong, but not put the correct. No.
The correct answers, all the answers. Okay, let me check. Okay, because it should be there. Just a second. But Manuel, I think that what you need to do is with your mouse, just put it on the questions so you can see the answer.
Okay.
If you put it on the text boxes, I think that you are going to be
yeah,
shown.
I can see the correct answer.
The correct answers. Great.
Yeah. Thanks.
Teacher, how can we see the correct answer if we finish?
With your mouse, place it on the text boxes.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't know, well,
Yeah.
it's always good to ask. No, it's fine. I don't know if you have ever used it, but if you don't know, well, just place it and you should see the right answers.
Yes, thank you.
Anytime. Okay, we're going to wait a minute, see if everybody's done. Okay, the ones who are, okay, check the answers. As I was telling Manuel and Alex, if you place your mouse over the text boxes, you'll see the right answers. And on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being I loved the song, 1 being it is not really for me, how will you rate the interpretation? Was that a 7? Okay. Okay. Well, it's got a lot of Australian humor. You know, some of the things are not necessarily fun for us or funny for us. It's got a lot of vocabulary. Okay, you can even build from there. Okay, if you catch, if you caught any any words, you may be able to add them to your vocabulary. Okay? Now let's head to the last part of the session today, the review from your book. Okay, let me share my screen. This is page 126. But let's do it all together. Because on the previous activity, you did it individually. But now let's all work at the same time. Okay. Answers on the screen, over the chat, as you wish. Okay. Let's start by the very beginning. Okay. We need to recognize, as we said, if we're going to use different if we're going to work with different actions in the past, we need to know what happened first. So, one or two, okay? Take a minute and let's start solving. Okay, chronologically speaking, if we look at the first one, yes, okay, I've written the wrong time in my diary. Remember, if you want to look at this, you want to look at a past perfect like this, it can be the reason and the result. Now the result will be past simple because it's closer to the present, and the reason will be past perfect because it's further away from the present. Okay. Whenever you have questions, just stop me right there. Okay. I had written this happened first, and the consequence or result will be this. Okay. And I'm going to erase the board. And let's continue with the next one. Okay. The story. This one is about sharks. So whenever you're ready, have a good read. Okay. Check the expressions. Time expressions are also going to be helpful here. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Okay. Right here on the screen. Okay, did you read? What is your key right here? The first time that we mentioned this, and also we have yesterday, time expression, okay? If my question is in past simple, it should follow the same. He was swimming and he saw, time. Suddenly the dolphin hit it, okay, one and then another action, okay, they go in order. The swimming hadn't seen, aquí es donde si nos vamos hacia atrás, hadn't seen, okay, this one looks order in the past, okay, and you even have this one, which we used before. Last week we were using after and before. That's incredible. I read cannot be had read because you're not comparing it with anything else on the same sentence. Okay, so this one will be I read. Okay, past perfect doesn't work here because we're not comparing with anybody else, with anything else. There was a goat that looked after a farmer. First time that we mentioned it, looked after a farmer for 5 days. The farmer had fallen over. Pues primero se cayó, primero lo cuidó. Chronologically speaking, non-verbal language, Chilean, Okay, first falling, and then taking care of. So, looked after and had fallen over. Looked after is closer, sorry, to the present, and had fallen over is further from the present. Okay. Okay, I'm going to clear all of the drawings. Okay, and let's report the statements. He can't lead the party. What do we do if it can't? It is transformed into what?
Couldn't.
Couldn't. So he said we. Oh, sorry. We couldn't leave the party. The rest of it, okay, remains the same. Mark has moved to a new flat.
She told me he moved to a new flat.
He had.
But remember, we have this one right here. Has moved is present perfect simple. So we need to change it to past perfect simple. So it will be something like she told me he had moved. He had moved to a new flat. Remember that the change is this. From this present, okay, to past. Okay? He has money. He had money. He has moved. He had moved. I'm seeing Sarah later. He said. He
was seeing
Sarah later. He was seeing Sarah later. From present continuous to past continuous.
Oh.
Yeah. Did it make sense? Okay. I'll help you with the shopping. She said, will to?
She would help me with the shopping.
She would help me
with the shopping.
So, Michelle got a great new job.
Michelle had gotten.
Okay. He told me. Do we use a pronoun here? He told me.
Michelle.
Okay, that or not that. That Michelle or she.
Had gotten.
We have two options, got or gotten. Both are correct. Okay.
Is had or have?
Sorry?
Is had or had?
Okay. What is the tense here? Michelle got a great new job. What is the tense? Present or past?
Past.
Okay. So past simple moves to what?
Past perfect.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So that's what do we have? Have, got.
Right.
Had as the auxiliary for past perfect, and got as the same verb.
Okay.
Past participle. Tell me, Jorge.
I have the question. We need to use the connection that when he told me.
You can, okay, but it might be optional. Okay.
Okay.
The that is optional. Okay. You could say he told me she had got a new job, and it's understandable. It's correct. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Anytime. I'm going to get a new car. Present continuous.
He said he was going to get a new car.
He was going to get a new car. I don't like the hotel.
She didn't like the hotel.
Teacher.
From present to past. Tell me.
It's not possible to say she told me that she I know it's not possible.
No.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Those are the moments in which everything makes sense. Okay. So great. I'm going to erase the board unless you tell me not to. Okay. Going to erase the board. And let's hit vocabulary here. Okay. Vocabulary. Animal words. What is the first one?
Why?
Why?
This is whale. Number two.
Spider.
Spider. Spider-Man.
Spider. And then Spider-Man. and then what is this?
Gorilla.
Gorilla. Okay. Four.
Tiger.
Okay. Number five.
Mosquito.
Mosquito.
Mosquito. What do we have afterwards?
Parrot.
Parrot it is. Okay, great. Parrot. Great. Adjectives to describe each person. Okay. Get rid of this and let's move on. Okay. If Joe really makes me laugh,
Funny.
generous.
Funny.
Okay, it's funny. Manfred only thinks about himself.
Selfish.
Selfish. Jill always tells the truth.
Honest.
Okay. Shin Lee always gets worried about little things.
Anxious.
Okay. If Ben says he'll do something, he always does it.
Reliable.
Reliable. Steve often loses or breaks things.
Sensible.
Careless.
Careless. The opposite of careful. Often loses or breaks things. Careless. Jack always gets me great presents.
Generous.
Never makes a stupid decision.
Anxious.
No, we already have anxious.
Sensible.
Sensible.
Sensible. Now, careful. It is not the same thing as in Spanish. Sorry?
Sensible no is better in the fourth.
No, because you're thinking probably about the word in Spanish, and there is another word that is sensitive. Okay, sensible. If a person is sensible, is that you consider everything that might happen. Sounds like the word in Spanish. Y sensible en español es que, pues, quizás si es el número 4, ¿no? Me preocupo demasiado. But in English is that you consider all of the possible results before making a decision. Okay? That you consider everything. Sensible. Okay? And if you're looking for somebody that complains or is always suffering emotionally, it will be sensitive. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so is it okay if I erased everything? Yeah? Ready? Great. Okay, so let's move on to the last part right here. Okay. Age. Okay. What sentence is an example of children who are almost the same age? Number 1 or number 2?
2.
Okay, number 2?
Yes, number 2.
Yes.
Okay. Number 2 right here, and therefore, well, next one will be number 1. Now, expressions, because we need to be able to, okay, work with this. Okay. At your age.
Letter
A,
D.
B, C, or D?
D.
Letter D.
Letter D is at an early age.
Letter B.
Letter B.
About my age.
Letter A.
Letter A.
A similar age. And old age.
Letter E. Letter
So
C.
the only one left.
The only one
okay.
left.
It's the only option left.
Sorry, I
Okay.
wrote.
No, it's
I
fine. I
wrote
mean,
wrong.
no, it's fine.
My hieroglyphicos.
You're well, happens to everybody. Okay. Now we need to put them there. What do you have on the first one where it says looks much older than Martin, but surprisingly they are
about
of a
my
similar age?
Of a similar age. Okay, this is number 1. Mozart started to write music
At an early age. Sorry.
Number 2, at an early age. Blah blah blah. I never used a computer for homework.
At your age.
At your age, okay. This is number 3. I had a lot of fun when I was 21.
Early 20s.
Early 20s. My brother and I are only 2 years
apart in age.
About my age.
Apart in age, meaning that is the difference. Okay, that is the difference. So this is number 5. My grandparents are still really active. I think that's important in
old age.
Old age.
Old age. This is number 6. Old age. The person I spoke to was
about my age.
About my age. Okay, number 7. And don't say to her that she's
middle age.
Middle age.
This is number 8. Okay. Is it okay if I erase the board?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Okay. And well, that's pretty much it. Okay. So we have only one thing missing on the agenda for today. Do you know what it is?
No.
No? You should.
No, no.
No, no, no.
I checked to exit the class.
The exit ticket? Yeah, your exit ticket today
Say
is your final writing.
Oh, no.
So grab a piece of paper, a pen, pencil, have your cameras on. You're going to see the post in classroom. Okay. It is already available. Fine. And the assignment is there. Okay, and it says it must be a different one. Resist the temptation of using exactly the same work, okay, from the write and improve exercise. Don't use the same one. They are going to be similar, yes, because you're using a story. Sorry, you're telling a story because you're using the same vocabulary. Okay, don't use exactly the same piece of writing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
if I understand it correctly, you said that we need to use to make another writing.
Yeah, for the final, yes. Okay. They are going to be similar because of the expressions, because of the tenses, but they cannot be exactly the same. Okay. And I'm going to show you the instructions. Okay. And here we go. Okay. Instructions on the screen right here. Check the number of words. It says use some of the expressions, not all. Okay. Esto no es de si ocupo las 10, pues saco 10. No. Use them correctly. Okay. Those are your options. 100 to 120 words, exactly the same amount as in the exercise. Okay. Remember to take a picture and upload it to Classroom, please.
Yes.
Let's get to work.
So we need to use the platform again. It's not in a paper.
This is by hand. This is by hand.
Thank you.
No problem. By hand, but you take a picture and you upload it to Classroom as with the midterm. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Teacher, is necessary to use that or we use different words?
But different the vocabulary, the expressions?
The expression in the box, is necessary to use all of them?
To use, no, some of them. Could be
Okay.
3, could be 4, some of them. Okay?
Thank you.
If we use 2 or 3, it's okay?
3 will be fine.
Okay, 3.
Okay? 2 is too little.
Okay.
Okay, but 3 will be fine.
Okay.
Actualmente me siento feliz.
Is this informal or formal?
Not necessarily. If you want to go informal, not a problem.
Okay.
Just telling the story, okay?
Entonces, no hay problema si pongo grillo, es que hay un primo que así le decimos.
No, no problem, no.
Okay.
Me he sentido convencer. Adoptar. Teacher, if I want to say beca, de beca normal, it I can write igual, like beca, or
But what is it, like a proper name?
I think he
beca.
prefers a beca for money.
If you're talking about a name, yes, it's the same. If you're talking about the money you receive so you can study, I cannot give you the word.
Okay.
Explain it or use a different word, okay? Please.
Bueno.
Preciosa, hermosa, estoy en examen. ¿Qué pasó, bebé?
No, olvídalo. Ahorita veo.
Vale.
Adiós, te amo.
Te amo. Obtener. Suficiente. Viendo televisión. Enseñado. Mi hermana me enseñó. Show. Diferente. Escogió. Yo escogí este ayer. Yo escogí este ayer. Teacher, can I go to open my door?
Go, 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 go.
Thanks. Espérame tanto.
Teacher,
Tell me.
I'm going to do again because I have a draft, only a draft.
Okay, sure, yeah. No problem, sure.
It's down, teacher. I finished them.
I was about to tell you, I was opening your writing just to make sure that I can see it well. Yeah, got it. So check the post in classroom about the payment Okay,
Yes,
I have already put it in
I
Classroom.
saw the information. Okay, teacher.
Excellent.
Can
So that's
I
it.
send you the payment or email or WhatsApp or
I'm
something?
going to put it in Classroom so you can
Ah,
upload it
okay.
there.
Okay, okay.
You're going to see the post in Classroom. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Excellent. And I'll see you next Saturday, Manuel. Have an excellent day.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Teacher, I have finished too.
Mm, yes, I can see it here. So that's it. And I'll see you next week.
Thank you, teacher.
Finish, teacher.
Just a second, Diana. Let me refresh to check. One sec. Okay, got it, Diana. So that's it. I'll see you next week.
Okay, teacher, bye.
Bye.
Teacher, I already finished.
Got it. I'll see you
Yes.
next week, Alex.
Okay,
Yes.
see you. Take care.
Bye. Have an excellent day.
Teacher, I'm done, but I have a question.
Tell me.
With the payment. Here says anotar al frente del voucher o notificar al solicitar la reinscripción. But if I do a transfer, I can write my number, my phone.
I don't know if you can edit the image, from your phone or computer.
I have
or
to.
If you want to, I saw that you put the image on a Google document, right?
Uh-huh.
Maybe you can do the same thing and just write your information below.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so I have to send it, post it in Classroom?
Post it in Classroom. Yes, you're going to see the task in about a minute, okay?
Okay.
So it's going to be available the entire week, just whenever you can, ideally before the class, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Take good care of yourself.
Teacher, I finished. I sent.
Okay, just one sec. Let me confirm, okay?
Thank you.
Got it.
We'll
So
see you
that's it.
next
And
week.
I'll see you, yes, next Saturday. Take care.
I have finished, teacher.
Just 1 second. Yes. Got it. Okay, so I'll see you next week.
See you.
Bye. Take care.
I have finished too, teacher.
One moment, please. Jesus. Yes. Got it. So I'll see you next week.
Okay, see you, teacher.
Take good care of yourself.
Thank you, you too.
I have finished, teacher.
One moment. Let me refresh. Raul, yes, have it right here. So I'll see you next week. Check the payment
Thank you,
information
teacher.
in Classroom.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
See you next
Have
week.
an excellent weekend.
Teacher, I finish.
Okay, just 1 second for confirmation, please.
Teacher, me too.
Okay, 1 sec, Mitzi, I have yours. Yvonne, give me 1 second. Done. Got it. So that's it, and I'll see you next week, both of you.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank
Bye.
you, teacher. See you.
Bye.
Teacher, I finished.
Just 1 second for confirmation, okay?
Teacher, I have sent my writing. Can you see it?
Okay, 1 second. Let me check both of yours. Ya la... Got it. Juanjo. Got it. So that's it. Okay. Have an excellent weekend, both of you, and I'll see you next Saturday.
Thank you, teacher. See you later.
Bye.
Me too, teacher. Of my writing.